Bitzskee.
The Dragon and the Mouse. Rory and Miles, the Legend of the Sky Guardian. Episode 5, The Quest for the Golden Scarab Amulet. Prologue, The Outer Realm. The sun over the valley of Windermere grew hotter every day. It scorched the land and the valley around them. Streams dried up, crops wilted, and the forest trees drooped in the heat. Inside the ancient temple of Windermere, a young dragon named Rory with shiny azure emerald scales, and wings not yet strong enough to fly, stood beside his best friend, Miles the Mouse. Miles wore his helmet, his tiny shield, and his powerful thunderbolt boots, which made him lightning fast. With them stood the wise old tortoise, Tullius, stroking his long beard. He handed Miles a scroll. "These are the deeds of the dunes," he said. "They'll help you find the golden scarab amulet. Without it, the sun god Ra cannot read the true texts and guide the sun." Tullius stepped back, his expression turned stern. There was a sense of unease. His tone flipped to seriousness, as he disclosed, "I have a strange suspicion that the deeds of the dunes have been removed, maybe even replaced with something deceptive. Please remember this, young heroes. Windermere will burn if you don't succeed." Rory and Miles turned to each other, both shook to the core at the thought. Then whack! Tullius hit the switch with his walking stick. Grinding on its frame, the glowing stone doorway slowly cracked open. Rory gulped. Miles grabbed his paw. "Ready?" "Yeah. We've got this, buddy." Together, paw in hand, they stepped into the light. Chapter 1, The Desert Dunes. They arrived in a pitch-black tunnel. Dark and intensely humid, the heroes had no idea where they were. Rory gave a nervous puff, and a small flame lit the way. Squeak! Help! They turned. Down a hole was a creature, and all they could see were big eyes that reflected Rory's small flame. "Maybe it's a mouse." "It's trapped," said Miles. Rory lowered his tail gently. The creature grabbed on and climbed up. Now visible from Rory's flame, with long legs, giant ears, and big, beautiful eyes. "She's a jerboa," chirped Miles. "Thank you," she said. "I'm Maisie. I got lost in the tunnels. It's too dark down here." Miles stared at her, his whiskers twitching. "She's amazing." Maisie smiled. "We need to get out. These tunnels are like a maze." With her sharp hearing and clever thinking, and light from Rory's flame, Maisie could now lead them safely through the dark, winding paths. Leading the way, Maisie led the heroes through what could only be described as an underground puzzle. Almost by design to deceive and confuse its visitors. Nearing the exit, the temperature grew warmer to hotter. A bright light could be seen, illuminating a hatch at the end of the final passage. Rory lifted the hatch and they climbed out. In that moment they were nearly blown over by a howling sandstorm. Rory spread his wings to shield his friends. Maisie pointed. "The pyramid. That's where the amulet is." "You're looking for the amulet too?" Rory asked. "Yes, something isn't right with the sun," Maisie cried. "The days have been too long recently." "We are, too," squeaked Miles. "Well, maybe we can find the amulet together, she requested. Miles grinned and blushed. Shielding Miles and their newfound friend Maisie, Rory leads them into the sandstorm towards the pyramid. Chapter 2: The Pharaoh's Tomb. Inside the pyramid, cool but still dangerous, they found themselves in another maze, but this one had traps. Arrows zipped from walls. Spikes shot from the ground. Huge swinging axes creaked overhead. "Stop!" Maisie suddenly called. Everyone froze. Click! A trap had almost triggered. She heard it before it happened. "That was close," Rory said, his voice shaking. Maisie winked. "Now we're even." Miles blushed. "She really is amazing." "Snap out of it," Rory groaned. "We've got work to do." They reached a giant stone door. "No way through," Rory said. "There's a hole," Miles pointed. "I'll go." He zoomed through the crack with his Thunderbolt boots, bashed a switch with his helmet, clunk. And the door creaked open. Inside the chamber stood the mummified pharaoh, her eyes glowing, and the golden scarab amulet shining on her chest. "I wasn't expecting company," the pharaoh hissed. "But it's too late now. Sun God Ra, deal with these fools." The air grew hot, too hot. Rory's scales steamed. The scarab glowed bright. Maisie tilted her head. "I hear him," she whispered. "It's Ra." "He's confused. He's reading the wrong scroll." Miles pulled out the true scroll. "We have the deeds of the dunes." Rory spotted a glass case in the far corner. "Those must be the deeds of deception." "We have to swap them," said Miles. "But how?" Before they could think, swoosh, Maisie leapt high into the air, flipped over the pharaoh, and landed on the glass case. The pharaoh laughed. "You can't break that glass." "Oh yeah," said Miles. "Rory, roar." Rory took a deep breath and let out his mightiest roar. Roar! Crack! The glass shattered. Maisie snatched the fake scroll and swapped it with the real deeds of the dunes. The scarab glowed even brighter. Ra's voice thundered in the chamber. "You dare deceive me, Pharaoh!" The pharaoh gasped. "No! No!" She dropped the amulet and stumbled backward into her sarcophagus. Through a crack in the ceiling and with a blast of sunlight, the lid slammed shut and sealed her inside forever. Chapter 3: The Golden Scarab Amulet. The heat faded. The room cooled. The amulet floated into the air and hovered in front of them. "Thank you," said a powerful voice. It was Ra, the sun god himself. "You've saved the balance of the sun," he said. "I would like to reward you." Rory looked up. "We only wanted to help the valley." Ra knew Rory was a good dragon. "Rory, I know you fear heights. And your wings have not yet grown strong. But your heart is brave." Rory blinked. "Ah. Thanks for telling everyone." Ra chuckled. "Step forward, young dragon. I have a gift." Miles nudged him. "Go on." Rory stepped into a glowing chamber. The door closed behind him. Ra chanted, "I grant you the power of the chromium scale." Outside, Maisie and Miles waited, holding their breath. Then, boom! A mighty roar came from inside. The door opened slowly. Mist poured out. And then Rory stepped forward, gleaming like a mirror. His scales shimmered like silver, his wings wide and powerful. "Whoa!" said Miles and Maisie at the same time. Ra spoke again. "You are now a true Sky Guardian, Rory. Your wings will carry you far, your scales are stronger than steel, and you will never fear the heat again." Rory bowed. "I will only use this power for good." Although the mighty god could not be seen, he nodded. The heroes had earned the sun god's trust and respect. "Now go, heroes. Return the golden Scarab amulet to the temple." Back in the valley at the temple of Windermere, Tullius looked up in wonder. "Rory, you've changed," he whispered. "And this," said Miles, "is Maisie." Tullius smiled. "Ah, the one who hears the gods." He placed the golden Scarab amulet on the pedestal. It floated, hovering above the pedestal with magical magnificence as it glowed radiantly. Once again united with the crystal feather. Tullius then approached Maisie. "Maisie," he said, "only you can hear Ra, outside the pyramid. And with the amulet in place, you can speak to him too." Maisie's eyes lit up. "Really?" Ra's voice echoed softly, "Yes, Maisie. We will be a great team." Miles stepped forward. "She's earned it. She's incredible." Tullius placed a claw on the shoulder of the brave mouse. "Don't worry, Miles. Your time will come. I've got the perfect title for you. When the moment is right." Miles grinned. "I'll be ready." Rory spread his wings. "Let's go home, friends." They stepped onto the temple's stone elevator, they ascended toward the sun, and it was warm and gentle once more. The valley of Windermere was safe. For now. The end. Hang on. There is a new hero and more relics. Surely it can't be. Moral of the story. Even the strongest must stay humble. No one is too mighty to learn. And no one too small to lead.
Bitzskee.